didn't think you'd want a cooked breakfast.
Absolutely right. Piece of toast to do nicely.
Shall I pour?
Please. Is that your buttonhole?
Yes, I thought it'd add a little splash of colour to the tray.
Well, it does, yeah, but you ought to look after it. You should press it and save it, then you'll have something to remember yesterday by.
Don't worry. I don't think I'll ever forget yesterday.
Well, even so, you should still do it. Here, pass me that book, will you?
I'd rather you didn't use this one. It's a Bible, and I'm using it. I've got a sermon to write for today.
Ashley, you didn't bring work to bed with you on your wedding night, did you?
I thought I might wake up in the night and be inspired.
You did, and you were.
One does one's best.
Seems strange not having Bernice here to boss us about.
Oh, make the most of it, Bet. She's only down the road. She'll be back for a dinner.
It's a shame, isn't it, though, they couldn't go away for a couple of days.
Well, it's such a busy time for both of them. I dare say they'll manage a few days later on.
I dare say. You know, I've never been the marrying kind. Well, after a few come to that. But, I mean, if you were, and you could choose anywhere in the world for your honeymoon, where would you go?
Anywhere. No expense spared.
Anywhere.
Las Vegas.
Oh, too hot for me.
They have air conditioning, Bet.
I've always fancied Vienna.
Wouldn't be for the gambling. Though I suppose I'd have a flutter. When in Rome and all that. It'd be for the fun.
It always strikes me as being a very elegant place, Vienna, you know, men in evening suits, women in ball gowns, little orchestra playing the Blue Danube.
24-hour, round-the-clock fun. A few drinks, a thick steak, and a close-up of Tom Jones' pelvic thrust. Heaven.
Still, I suppose it's all jeans and fast food like anywhere else these days, but I wouldn't mind finding out for myself.
Chance would be a fine thing.
Aye.
Shall I put the kettle on?
Snow's falling. Hey, didn't make it to the pub then?
No, it's non-stop.
You missed a good do.
Yeah, we were brilliant. Dead romantic, wasn't it, Joe?
Yeah, in more ways than one.
Well, I'm sorry I wasn't there, but I'm going to make up for it today.
You got planned?
Well, I'm quite excited because I'm going to cook myself a slap-up meal, and then I'm going to collapse in front of the telly and watch films all afternoon.
Anything good on?
I don't care, I'm just going to veg out.
I can see why Viv took a shine to you.
We have a mutual interest in fine hosiery.
Oh, you've got a lot more to offer than that. And you were a great improvement on the guys she used to go out with when we were girls in Dagenham.
Glad to hear it.
Mind you, she's brought it all on herself, you know. I mean, she's always had a tendency towards the obvious.
I like openness in a woman. It's a lot better than talking behind someone's back.
Oh, I'm not saying anything I haven't said to Viv herself 100 times. I mean, take her skirts, for instance. I mean, you must admit that even now she wears them a tad short. But when we were 16, it was hard to tell her whether it was a skirt or the hem of a blouse she was wearing. And that got a few of the Neanderthals a bit hot and bothered, I can tell you.
I bet she looks stunning.
We both did.
Oh, this looks very cosy.
Bob and I were just getting to know one another.
Oh, really?
She was just talking about when you were girls together in Dagenham.
What was she saying? What are you saying, Bob?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Hiya.
Hello.
Okay if I join you?
Yeah, sit down. Can I get you a drink?
Orange juice, I'm afraid. I've drawn the short straw. I'm on call.
I'm beginning to get this terrible sense of deja vu. You and me sitting here all day, again.
That's better than being at home.
You said yesterday you'd like to spend some time in private with me.
Yeah?
There's a full carton of orange juice in my fridge.
Well, you do realise I could get called out at any time.
We better leave now then, haven't we?
Sure.
What can I get you guys?
Nothing, thanks. We're leaving.
What do you want?
I'm leaving. Come say goodbye.
You don't usually bother.
Come on, Diane. Can't we be civilised?
I don't feel civilised, Rodney. I feel cross. You had no right to go upsetting Bernice just before she got married.
Well, I didn't mean to upset her. I had to say the things I did, otherwise I'd have been, well, failing in my duty as her father.
I don't believe you just said that. You gave up any right to be Bernice's father years ago. You think you can just come barging in at the last minute, shouting the odds? You haven't changed, Rodney. Not one bit.
Have you finished?
I could write a flaming book.
I asked Bernice how she felt about Ashley, and she told me. And then she got married, and I gave her my blessing.
Big of you.
Bernice doesn't have a problem with me, Diane. She asked me to be in the wedding photographs. I didn't ask. I wouldn't have done. That must tell you something about her.
Yeah, she's too soft for her own good. Always has been.
Okay. Okay, if you're going to be like that, I best be off. Oh, there is one thing you could do for me.
What?
Be Bernice's birthday in a couple of days. Do you give her that?
She'll be here soon. You can give it her yourself.
No, I don't want her to see us squabbling. It's best if I go. Will you give it to her?
I'll think about it.
You can't go on pretending I don't exist, Diane.
You don't want to watch this on Boxing Day. It's all gloom and doom.
It's better than that sentimental rubbish you want to watch.
I like a good cry at Christmas. It's traditional.
Go and slice an onion, then.
You've got no soul, you.
You choose, Donna.
I don't care. You stick with your Auntie Carol, Donna. Us girls have got to stick together. Show these men who's boss. See you in a minute.
Take no notice of her.
I don't.
We don't have to watch telly at all if you don't want. We could go for a walk if you like, get some fresh air. What do you say?
No, thanks.
That'll be good practice for you for when you go skiing, not being outside. Mind you, it'll be a lot colder where you're going. You looking forward to it?
Oh, stop it, will you?
What?
Stop trying to be all nice and friendly like you're my dad or my uncle or something, because you're not.
I just want us to get on, that's all.
My mum might be stupid enough to like you, but I'm not. So just leave me alone, OK?
Hi. It's good to see you again.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Well, I didn't think you'd be able to make it. I thought you'd been snapped up by somebody else.
Oh, I had my outset working here. I love this place the first time I walked through the door.
Oh, enthusiasm, that's what we like to hear, isn't it, Trish? You remember Trisha, don't you?
Hi. Hello.
But yeah, I'm sorry we got off to a bit of a false start the last time. We weren't sure of our exact staffing requirements, were we, dear Art?
I have very high standards. If you don't live up to them, you don't work here. Simple as that. I'll do my best.
Of course you will. Of course you will. Why don't you through to the back, hang your coat up and get yourself ready, and then I'll come and run through today's menu with you, OK?
Sure.
Give the girl a chance, Etra. She's going to be fine. I know she will.
If she's that good, why didn't she manage to get herself another job?
She wants to work here, you heard her. She loves it.
Wonder why.
Just sermon away, Ashley. We're going to be eating in a minute.
I'm afraid this is going to rank as an all-time low as far as my sermons are concerned. I thought this evening was a good idea, but now I'm not so sure.
It'll be fine. You know what a brilliant speaker you are.
You have had a few other things on your mind the last couple of days.
Exactly. Well, that's lovely, Alan. Chilled to perfection.
Now, that should go nicely with your turkey.
I'm sure it will.
Christmas dinner for two. It's a day late, but I hope it's worth waiting for.
That looks absolutely delicious.
There you are, Mrs. Thomas.
Oh, that's me, isn't it, Betty? Do you know, for a minute I want to do your name.
You'll soon get used to it.
Go on. Get stuck in before it goes cold.
They seem happy enough.
Aye, they do.
How about you? How are you feeling after Rodney's whirlwind visit?
I feel relieved. I don't suppose I can blame him wanting to be here when his daughter gets wed, but I'm glad he's gone.
He still gets to you after all these years, doesn't he?
He irritates me. He's the most infuriating man I've ever met.
I was just wondering if there might still be a spark between you.
Do you mean, do we still fancy each other?
Well, he has a certain amount of charm and he's worn very well.
The only person Rodney fancies is himself, and I wouldn't go anywhere near him. I've got far better taste in men these days.
Hmm. Where does Jack Sugden fit into this scenario?
Why do you ask?
No, you two seemed pretty close before he went to prison. Are you planning on visiting him?
Don't know. Haven't thought about it. Been far too busy. This pen.
Oh, can't you ignore it?
No, I can't. Could be an emergency.
Oh, shame. Just when things were starting to get interesting.
All right, well, look. Give me a minute and I'll make a call. Paddy? Adam? Look, I'm sorry to do this to you, mate, but I'm in the middle of a very tricky job at the moment and another call's come in. You can't cover for me, can you? I know, but, well, you know I wouldn't ring unless there was no other choice. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to be stuck here for quite a while yet. Oh, you star. I owe you one.
Well?
Sorted. It's quite a simple problem, really. I managed to deal with it on the phone.
Great.
Why don't you come back to bed? You don't have to go yet.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well, do you want to go to the pub? We could have some lunch.
Sorry, I've already got a date.
What?
Yeah, some friends of mine in Houghton, and if I don't get a move on, I'm going to be late.
Yeah. You haven't mentioned these plans before now.
So?
Nothing, I just thought we could spend the day together. It's been fun.
Yeah, it has.
Well, maybe we can do this again sometime.
Maybe, and now I really have to go.
Well, you're not going to go before saying goodbye, are you?
You can let yourself out, can't you?
Shouldn't you have heard by now?
Marlon, it's Christmas. Everyone's on holiday and there's no post. Even if they decided you can stay, we're not going to hear for at least a few days.
What if somebody's tipped off the Home Office? We could be investigated. What'll happen then?
Marlon, do you want out working all day yesterday? I came here to chill out.
Hi. Oh, hello, Frankie.
Oh, Chloe, can we have another menu over here, please?
Is that your new waitress? Very nice.
Oh, don't you start. It's bad enough Marlon walking around with his tongue hanging out. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Should you be back in the kitchen, Marlon?
In a moment, my sweet. Frankie, I need you to reassure me, OK? When you got married, you never got investigated, did you?
No, there were no problems at all. Oh, mind you, I had this mate who had a terrible time.
You what?
She did the same as me and Trisha, you know. She married a guy so he could stay in the country. They got rumbled. She got sent down.
No.
She had a really hard time.
Well, thanks for putting my mind at rest.
Bob should be back from his walk any minute. I'm surprised you didn't go with him.
She must be joking.
Oh, don't be like that, Donna. I want you to get to know him. I want you two to be friends.
No chance.
It would mean a lot to me. You know how much I like him.
Doesn't mean I have to.
Don't be so unreasonable.
I'm not being unreasonable. When I was here earlier, him and Carol were arguing about what to watch on telly as if they owned the place.
Oh, that'll be Carol's fault.
How do you know? You weren't here.
Because I know what she's like. She's impossible to live with.
Why do we have to put up with her?
Because she's an old friend and she needed help. Anyway, she won't be staying long. She'll get restless and move on.
And what about him?
Oh, well, that's different. I'd like to think there's a possibility of a serious relationship between the two of us.
But he's weird.
No, he isn't.
You hardly know anything about him.
But that's the excitement of a new relationship, Donna, getting to know someone. Why can't you just be happy for me?
Now, was everything okay?
Oh, it was absolutely wonderful, wasn't it, Ash?
Yes, it was. Thank you very much, Carlos.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Is this afternoon's service cancelled then, Vicar?
No, why do you say that?
Well, I'd have hardly thought sitting in here carousing was appropriate preparation for an act of worship.
We've been having our lunch, Edna. It is allowed.
I assume you'll be coming along to sing a few carols, full of Christmas spirit?
It's the only spirit I will be full of, unlike some I could mention.
Miserable old cow.
Steady on, Biddies. You can't speak like that. You're a vicar's wife now. It's official.
It's another thing I need to get used to, as well as my name. I'm making my debut as a vicar's wife this afternoon, Carlos, and I'm dreading it.
Don't worry, they'll love you. Weren't they, Ashley?
Just like the rest of us.
Yes, well, I appreciate your support, but what I really need is a shower and a fresh application of wall paint. Then I can face the world.
Thanks again, Carlos, for everything you've done over the past couple of days. You've been a great help.
Yes, you have. You're a lovely man. Bye, Mum. Alan. Bye, Pet.
Bye. Now she's gone, I'll nip down to the cellar and get some more tonics. I'm surprised she didn't notice how low we are.
Diane, before you go, there's something I wanted to say.
What?
Well, I suppose I want to apologise, really. When I spoke about Jack earlier, I think I was being a little insensitive.
Oh, don't worry, Alan. As far as Jack's concerned, I couldn't be any more upset than I am already.
Oh, because he's in prison.
It's the reason he's in prison that upsets me.
Yes, it must be awful being locked up for something you didn't do. What's the matter? You don't think he killed Sarah? Diane?
Just leave it.
Ah, you look pleased with yourself.
That's because I am.
Bev found you irresistible then, did she?
Can you blame her, Carlos?
She obviously can't keep away, mate.
Hello? I thought you were in Houghton with some friends.
We got our wires crossed. They had to go out.
Well, let me buy you a drink.
I really only came in for a bite to eat.
Well, then I'll join you.
OK, why not?
Couple at table 5 really like the lamb.
Oh, cheers.
I'm not surprised. It looked brilliant.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think everything you do is brilliant. You're a fantastic cook and I just love working for you.
Oh, well, I love having you here.
Who trained you? One of the top chefs?
Well, I had offers from all over, you know, Leeds, Manchester, London, all big kitchens, but I wanted to go my own way. I'm a free spirit.
You mean you taught yourself?
All it takes, Chloe, is a grasp of the basics. Then you add a pinch of flair, a soupçon of imagination, a willingness to take risks, and well, you can turn a simple experience into something very special.
You make it sound dead sexy.
Well, food and sex go together, don't they? Like peaches and cream,
Fresh figs and passion fruit.
oysters and chablis. Take these to table 2, would you, Chloe? Thanks. All right, my sweet.
It's no good, Marlon. She's got to go.
What is your problem? It's her first day. She was here on time. She's bright and cheerful. She's been good with the customers.
Well, she's got designs on your body.
Do you think so?
She's fancied you from the minute she walked in for her interview.
It's rubbish.
What were you doing a minute ago before I walked in?
We're just having a bit of a laugh. What's wrong with that?
She's got to go.
No, she's staying. And I'll tell you why she's staying. Maybe she does fancy me, I don't know, but it doesn't matter because she's not going to get anywhere.
What do you reckon?
I'm positive. You see, I'm not like you. I'm not going to go and marry somebody else while I'm still going out with you.
Not that again.
Yeah, that again. I've got good reason to be jealous, and I'm worried sick in case you get caught out. So stop making stupid accusations and get things in perspective.
Just had the sort of job you wouldn't wish on your worst enemy.
What was it?
just been to see a really lovely family. 2 sweet little children. They've had a really happy Christmas. I need to put the dog down.
Oh, no. Why?
Hit and run driver. Happened this morning. Nothing I could do.
You poor thing.
You had a lucky escape, didn't you?
Yeah, seemed like I did.
Job not as bad as you thought. Just because from what you said on the phone, I didn't think you'd be back yet.
What job is this, then?
What? What are you on about?
It's a false alarm.
No, it wasn't. Tell him. Go on.
OK. When I rang you before, I wasn't actually on call, I was at Bev's.
I don't understand.
Well, her and I were... you know.
You and him? Oh, I see. So you two were lying in bed together. When the call came through, you just thought, oh, dump it on him.
Hold on a minute, Paddy. I had no idea he'd rung you. You told me you dealt with the problem over the phone.
Well, I didn't know it was going to be that horrible.
That's not the point. You were unprofessional and you lied to me.
You lied to both of us.
Oh, let's not blow this out of proportion. I will make it up to you, Paddy.
Oh, no. I don't want anything else from you. And don't expect any favours from me if that's how you're going to treat a colleague and a mate. I want nothing more to do with you. Stand